And now let's talk a little bit about the limit order. The limit order actually allows you to control the price you're willing to buy or sell at. You have full control. So to kind of break this down and explain it a little deeper, let's start by taking a look at the order book on the left, right? We got the sell orders in red, and we got the buy orders in green. What exactly does all that mean? Well, let's just focus on one for right now to make better sense of it all. Well, in between these two order books, we've got this price fluctuating. This is the market price, right? This is the last price that Binance Coin just sold for. Now, on the sell side, you'll notice there's a bunch of sellers. These are people all over the world that are on the Binance exchange that are holding Binance Coin, and they said, hey, I'm willing to sell you this Binance Coin, but here's the specific price I'm willing to sell it to you for. So the closer you are to the middle, the lower the price is. The further away you get, the more expensive it gets. So there's somebody up there at the top saying, look, I'm holding Binance Coin, but I think this price point right now is just too small. I think it's more valuable. So I'm not going to sell it to you until the market trends in the direction I want it and it hits the price point I'm willing to sell it at. But the same exact thing goes for the buy side, right? The buyers in the green are exact opposite. The closer you are to the middle is the most someone's willing to pay for Binance Coin. And the further you get away from the middle, these are people that are willing to pay less and less for that Binance Coin. So these are people that have been on the exchange and they have set themselves a limit order and they're waiting for that order to get filled. So what does that actually mean? I'm waiting for that order to get filled. Well, if you set your price point too high, for example, and you're trying to sell Binance Coin and that price is too high, if the market never reaches your price point, that means your order can virtually just sit there and go unfilled. You have an open order that doesn't get filled. So let's break this down even more and we'll explore this and we'll actually make a trade so you can see exactly how this functions. So we'll stay on this limit order tab, and in this case we're gonna make a sell. Okay, so we're gonna start over here and we're gonna sell our Binance Coin. And I'm gonna notice here first, I'm gonna click the price tab. And when I click it, conveniently it gives me the US dollar equivalent, so it converts it there for me in real time, which is kind of nice. So I'm looking at that price point and I see that Binance Coin's moving. I like the way it's moving. So I'm willing to sell my coin, right? But I don't want to sell for this price point. I want to get more for it. So I'm going to go to these little arrows here and I'm going to either click them and move that price up, or I can simply change it manually right there. Boom. So I like the price of $12.89 much better. Basically, I'm willing to say, I'll sell you my Binance Coin, but I want $12.89 for it. And I'll sell you all of it. So I'll click the 100% tab here. Everything looks good to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the red button and boom, order was submitted. So I just executed the trade, but that does not mean it's gone filled yet. So where can we track this at? Well, if we go down, first thing you're going to notice is your open order book. This is going to show you all the information about the trade that you just placed. And you're also going to see the filled percentage. You're going to see right now it says 0%. Right now, no one's come by and said, I'm willing to pay you for that price. So I can virtually get up from the computer, walk away, and at some point throughout the day, maybe the market trends towards the direction of the price I set, and that order gets filled. So I can come back with a filled order. It's an open order. But the exact opposite could happen. Maybe no one hits that price, and it just stays at 0. And I set it too high. Well, if I want to cancel that order, I do have the ability to do so. All I'm going to simply do is go over here and click the cancel tab, and boom, that order's gone. You'll notice my balance got restored, everything's back to normal, and I can now reassess the situation and move forward with whatever trade I want to go for from that point on. So that is a limit order. Last but not least, let's talk about stop limit. Stop limit orders look pretty close and pretty similar to a limit order. And essentially they are a limit order. There's just one extra step involved. But first, let's see what Binance has to say. So let's click this. It says, a stop limit order is an order to buy or sell a coin once the price reaches a specified price. So we just got done talking about limit order. And think about how that works, right? We set the price point that we want for that coin. And we have to wait for the market to reach that price point. And when it does, that order gets filled. So that's a limit order. A stop limit order works identical, but there's a stop price. Another word for stop price would be trigger price. Before your limit order goes live, it first needs to be triggered by the stop price being met. So you're actually going to set two price points when you set a stop limit order. And when the stop limit order is triggered, doesn't mean your limit order filled yet. It just means your limit order went live and it's now open. And now it's waiting for the market conditions to reach the price point you set, and it will get filled accordingly, just like we discussed. We talked about the limit order. So this is how you make a trade on the Binance exchange. And you can use all three order options for both buying and selling, and you can do this for all the various trading pairs Binance has to offer.